Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about should you take Social Security early or wait? Okay, and this is kind of a big conversation on here. Sometimes I get a lot of people saying I should talk about this more, and go more in depth into it. And I am going to talk a little bit about it today and give like both sides. And I'm not either one of these people that says take it late or take it early. It kind of depends on if you have pensions or not. And some people have decent pensions and can wait till 67 or 70 and still become an expat and wait like me, like myself. I don't collect Social Security, so I can wait till then. And some people say, well, you should take it early, because you got the other income. And well, my feelings on it is I'm going to wait as long as I can wait, because the longer I wait, I'll get that much more money and I'll live really good. And I'll need that money probably later on for health care, because I'll be aging, and I know I'll need it then. And for a lot of people, that has to be taken into consideration. And that's what I think. Some people say, well, here's the flip side of it, Steve. You could invest it and make more, but you could also throw it into the stock market and lose some of that money too. And there's also the risk that some emergency comes along and you have to take all that money out and spend it. So those are and then, you get yourself back healthy again, and then all the money's gone. So then where are you? So these are all the things you have to consider. There's many things in play here. But yeah, one of the things, like I said, you can save it. And if you save it during that time, you can work, but you can only work a minimum amount before they start cutting into your Social Security benefits. So you have to consider that also if you're still going to work. So if you're going to have a working retirement, collecting Social Security, I would say no. Because this way here, if you're working still, you're getting that much more put into your Social Security benefits too. So just take that into consideration, guys. That's one of the biggest things that makes me think that waiting till 67, 68, 69, 70 might be better off. Besides that, you're going to need more, like I said, for health care, insurance, food, cost of living, Forex, taxes, what have you. Whatever things you're going to run into, you're going to need all this stuff. We don't know what the future holds for us, and I'd rather have more money than less. So, and I'm pretty well off anyway, because when I hit that age anyway, I have other things coming into play for me that, I'll have annuitized or what have you, or I'll have dividends kicking off for me. So it'll be one or the other, and I'll be living fairly well. So I'm not worried about any of this stuff at all for me, but I do worry about this stuff for you guys. So ultimately the decision comes down to what you think, okay? A lot of you guys are really stuck on taking it early. If you start taking it early, it's more likely that you're going to spend it, okay? And if you're going to spend it, it's not worth taking. I'd rather see you guys, some of you guys that are talking about coming over here, and you want to come over here, the younger the better, and I totally advocate for you for doing that if you can, if you think you can make it, and we've talked about all the different plans I have and gone through all that stuff. But this here is a decision that ultimately you have to make, and you have to make that decision after you look at your budget. I can't make that decision for you. And each person is different as an individual. So, it's not like a cookie cutter thing and everybody's the same. Some guys, it's better for them to take it earlier than later, because they do have the wherewithal to do it and the money to do it. And that's great if you can do that. And then some people, they should wait because they don't have the retirement savings put aside. So it's better for them to wait to 67 or 70 and retire later. And maybe, they're going to have a shorter retirement. That's true. I'd rather have a shorter and decent retirement than live in poverty in my retirement. And you guys all know what that's like, because you see people all the time that are older, living in Florida, and they just barely making it. I mean, we've even heard in the United States, and it's true, it's very factual that this happened. There was some older people that were actually buying dog food. And that's a factual account. I remember hearing about that. I believe it was back in the 80s or something like that. There was some guy buying dog food for himself because of the fact that he couldn't afford regular food. That's kind of sad. And we don't want to see any of you guys end up like that. And granted, that's like the extreme, the real extreme. But it's true, okay? And over here, things can get pretty bad if you're living on a really minimal diet, minimal budget over here or whatever, and you don't want to be living like that, you know. So be careful on how you plan your Social Security, guys. I just want to make this like a short video, make it short and sweet, and be careful what you do, guys. Just think, always think outside the box, guys. You know, get as much as you can. You know, sometimes that short spurt of living really good is better than a long spurt of living in poverty. Okay? And none of us knows when we're going to die, and we could even die before we actually retire. That's just a given fact. And could it happen? Yes. And it's sad when it happens, but it happens. And nobody wants that to happen to themselves. But, I mean, just be safe. That's all I ask, guys. Be safe. Like I said, better to have a short, excellent retirement than that long, poverty-stricken retirement and being sick and not having enough money to make it or whatever. So that's the way we have to think about our Social Security too, guys. Okay? God bless. Take care, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe.